All right, we're back with more Thronefall. This level was giving me a lot of trouble last time, so I think I'm going to try it without mutators here, just to see how it goes. I can always come back and try to beat it again with the mutators. I'm just reviewing what that's going to do for me. The boss isn't going to have 60% more health. That was really bad before. And the enemy's doing more damage. Kind of sucks, but I think the health reduction is going to be the bigger thing. See if I can win it now. And I think one of these stages, it was problematic to just build houses at the beginning, but we'll try it and I'll restart if it's unsalvageable. That was pretty rough. I think I needed to build like a regular tower here in the first wave, because otherwise these guys are too tanky for my houses to deal with them. The bigger problem is they can just attack the houses from out of range of them. I think that was what it was. Yeah. Okay, I was fine. I didn't lose anything, so probably live with that. Let's do level the house, and let's get a tower to start here. Probably doesn't matter which one. Have the thing that reduces the cost of towers, but I don't have any good places for, like, I guess I can try to get some fisheries up and running. And, like, really build farms cheaply on this level. May as well use my special power on that thing. Can't quite get the third castle upgrade just yet. Let's get this running. Where are the enemies coming from? Bottom right. There's like a toggle I can see for a mini-map, right? I don't have to... I know I can see it once the night starts. Let's start with the sniper tower, I guess. Add more houses. Probably would help to guard this thing in case enemies start coming from that direction in the future. Fine. At 20 coins? Not quite. Okay. I think there was a second fishery I could build here. Everything's coming from the bottom right. Remind myself how this thing works. Fast siege engine that deals splash damage. Okay. Well, let's just make a super tower here, since I have the thing that buffs the one tower I'm closest to. I don't think I want the attack cooldown increase. That works. There's your 20 coins. We still take that guy. Now we can start building more towers. No enemies coming from up here yet, so I don't have to stress about that yet. Can't get the cost down on these too significantly. Off my houses if we can here. Okay. They're coming from down here and down here. Should be pretty tolerable. Oh, I keep forgetting to get this set up. It's really important to do sooner, I think. 3 days to research. Okay. And I can get some extra money by using the summoning towers. I'll probably think about doing that. It's not going to help me this night. I'll wait to build a tower until it's actually going to help me on the same night. Yeah, I'm just short. Okay. And we have some other economy buildings I could be constructing here. Last time I built a big spider, I really regretted it, but so I have a lot of towers, and I don't have the buff that gives it way more health. Let's just try it and see how much I regret it. Oh, can this tower not reach it? I guess it can, but it's still got too much health for it to kill it. Yeah, I don't really have the intuition for how much health stuff has, especially when I'm like constantly using or not using mutators, right? So as far as I knew, this thing was going to annihilate the spider before it had any chance of killing any buildings. Okay, everything's coming from the bottom right, it looks like. What else do I want to build? Problem with this level is I have to prepare for the boss, and it's kind of hard to do. I guess I can start getting this up and running, but also pretty expensive. Oh, if I had the faster one instead of this one, maybe. Probably want to get another sniper tower started here. I remember I had to learn about these siege towers being kind of problematic. Okay. That'd be for our big scary boss units, even though I really don't like that setting. So nothing coming from the top left corner, it seems like. Probably start building walls. Oop. I have discounts associated with them. They're probably gonna come fuck with my fishery, which doesn't seem great. See when the spider actually practically spawns here. Pretty early. This is night 8 of 13. I don't know if I'll get to do a second blacksmith thing. Okay, big scary wave coming in. Lots of problems. I feel like the walls are completely useless for the boss of this level, right? It seems like it just steamrolls right over them. Yeah. I feel like I have to start planning for the actual end of the level now. Get some tanky towers up here, because it doesn't instant delete the tank towers, right? It has to, like, damage them for a bit. Yeah, if I still lose to it even without the mutators, then I'm really gonna have to rethink my strategy. I think that's kind of my approach here. Figure out how badly I need to rethink things. That wouldn't finish in time, so probably don't even need to think about it. I'll certainly want this guy to have the fire spire. Yeah. I guess some of these walls are really cheap, so I may as well throw them on there real fast, just so that my middle tower can snipe everything for a little bit longer. The boss comes from the center of the map, so it comes from between these two lines, or does it come from one of these two specific lines? Because like, now I need to start building towers based on whether or not they're going to be able to reach the boss or not, right? I guess I should just build all of the really cheap stuff. This one is where it's coming from? Okay. Hey Bucky, how you doing? Maybe I could have made the second blacksmith work. I don't know. I feel like I keep forgetting to do the blacksmith until it's too late. Kind of annoying. Yeah, so I don't think it's... Well, let's see. If I build this guy and then I make him a sniper tower, it maybe just barely reaches the big thing, but I don't think the other ones will be able to reach it. Yeah, makes sense. I think that might be a waste for the final run, we'll see. As much damage as we can to it. Overkill is not going to be a problem. It's basically guaranteed to not happen. I wish I could restart the day from a build perspective rather than from a... Like, you always get penalized for restarting the day, but I wish I could just rewind building, because I don't think there's ever, like, information gained or anything during this phase. Like, while I'm building, I'm like, oh, everything's coming from the sides. Whoops. Yeah, maybe without the mutators it'll make a difference. We'll see. Oh, that'd be cool. So one of the abilities perks I took here, timber scaffolding. The build cost of towers is reduced by 1. Does that only affect the first level of the upgrade? Because it doesn't feel like I'm getting cheaper upgrades here. I see. It's maybe not as good as I thought it was then. I guess it's nice to build 1,000,000 towers around the map for much cheaper, but... a little short of that. Not bother with anything other than level 1 walls, since I mostly need to prepare for the ending. That might be in range of the boss, we'll see. A lot of siege towers. Out of range now. A lot of towers, actually. Wow. I guess the fishery in the back corner I should build, like, immediately on the first night, because I don't think it's ever at risk. Even close to being at risk, to be honest. Okay, this is our boss night. So let's see what we can do. I guess we're going to find out if the tank towers are a complete waste of time here or not. I think we had sniper towers over here that couldn't even come close to reaching it last time. I probably can reach it, this one. That might be able to as a sniper, maybe. Yeah, because I think it climbs up the side of that hill. It's just the problem is, like, once it's on the side of the hill, I think it's already doing an enormous amount of damage to my base, so... Alright, let's get annihilated. See what happens here. It does seem like it wastes a lot of its shots on the tank towers, which is nice. I'm curious if they can actually stop its approach. Probably not. We'll see. I don't know. The little ads I had completely solved last attempt because of the way I built my towers, but now the ads are the problem, as I've built for trying to damage the boss. I might need more tank towers closer to my base just to, like, draw its fire. Like, the fire is the problem more than anything. I think I'm already dead. We'll see. I could try microing this a little bit differently, but... it seems really hard with the mutator. Ranged units are twice as expensive. Okay. If I could build more tank towers, I could try to do that. I don't have a lot of room to change up my build choices here, sadly. That seems pretty hard. I could build some of the walls just to deal with the ads early on, at least on the sides, the ones that it's not just going to destroy by steamrolling. Yeah. Maybe see if any spells are going to be helpful, but I feel like that's unlikely. Yeah, well, that's not good for what I'm currently doing. I guess this could draw some fire if this is a defense tower at the very end. Don't have any ally units for that to heal. Hot oil, probably not going to get close enough for it to matter. Yeah. I don't think I have the damage to kill it before then. I guess I could try it just to see if it... And just taking a lot of damage at the very beginning. If I lose, I've already got the penalty for retrying, so... Yeah... I just don't think it's going to work. Get more stalling time here. It's noticeable damage difference. The problem is that, like, the enemy takes so long to get within their range. They've already lost like 20% of their health by the time it gets here. I have a distance problem. It's gonna kill me. I kind of want to have a retry day that only retries the micro portion and keeps the macro choices, because now I have a lot to go back and remember to fix. It's kind of annoying. Guessing that slow is... I already am applying the slow. There's no, like, stacking slow, so I wonder if it's kind of a waste to have multiple towers hitting with that. It still feels to me like the lower attack cooldown is probably better in most cases, but... my vibe has been wrong before. I think this can still pull some aggro. There's one up here that can definitely pull some aggro, this guy. Five coins. I think super exciting to build. You guys just need to have units for this level. Hey, thanks, Isla. Appreciate that. How have you been? Really enjoyed Tiny Sticker Tail. Thanks for sharing that. Doesn't seem to be... I guess it has to get in range of the tank tower. It's great. Posted some pictures in Discord if you're interested. Tank tower up there is like a complete waste, it seems like. Took my sister and her husband to Tokyo. And I'm dead. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep trying to tweak the conditions of the day or just completely start over. Yeah, it was first time flying at all for sister and her husband's friend who came with us. Does it feel close? It feels like I'm really far. Maybe if I don't build the tank tower up here. I worry that every time I reattempt the day, I'm just like completely wasting my time and should just say fuck it and start over again. But I can't really tell what structurally significantly needs to change to be more successful here is kind of part of the problem. That one should be able to hit it, I think. I think this guy can hit the boss at the end. Yeah, since I misunderstood it. Well, yeah, it's one of the things I would rethink if I start over the level. Curious if the defense lava is effective at all. It's kind of hard to tell if it's more damage than my ballista spire if something happens to be next to it and I'm giving it my buff for proximity. I have to upgrade those two. Not upgrading those two might kill me here. We'll see. literally get through that wall instantly. It's like the wall does not present any kind of challenge whatsoever. Painful to restart because it's like already 30 minutes with no progress, but I don't think there's any choice. Especially since I keep redoing it this way, I'm not getting any more perk unlocks, so... Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Underwhelmed by ancient shrines. As fun as it is to get something free. I guess elite towers would be like a cheese way to do this level. Save all my money and use that at the very end. That's probably pretty good. Probably adds up. And maybe if I do the blacksmith sooner, the two things will make enough difference. It's probably balanced on the assumption that I don't fuck up the blacksmith, so... Have a tower. Well, I did this with just houses last time, which is probably better for economy overall, so we'll see. This was a mistake. Yeah. First blacksmith is 4. That sucks. I guess I do have 4. Never mind. I want to start the harbor early, but like, what is the latest day I can start the blacksmith to guarantee that I get all the upgrades? Is the question. Hey, help Alpinet, how you doing? Yeah. Assuming it never gets destroyed, what's the latest day? Not quite at 20 yet. I'll get a discount for this guy soon. Okay, so I think then I did it correctly. I think I started it on day 3, so. I think these are enough to deal with the wheels, but I guess we'll find out if it's not. Don't fuck it up. Can't get the building upgrade, which kind of sucks. Really want it tonight, too. Oh, right, I can't do the tier 3 yet. Yeah. See if I regret this, if I get annihilated. Like my house upgrade is really nice for early on, but it's not so helpful on this stage given most of the houses are in the back where they never get threatened. Okay. Let's get the other... This guy set up. Don't think those things rush. So lame of chasing you down. Okay. The other enemies... It's hard to tell, like, if they're going to get distracted there or not. I think I might get fucked here, and they might all go for the harbor I just built. Try to pull their attention, maybe. Yeah, they're gonna destroy the harbor. Annoying. That's the kind of place where it's like, I already know I want to undo it after just building the buildings, and it's annoying I lose progress if I hit restart before actually attempting the night. Video games. Those guys are maybe far enough away that they're not going to be lined for the harbor. Whatever, I'll just defend it. I think if I had this tower, it would be enough. Watch carefully for this to become available tomorrow night. Yeah, they seem to be ignoring the harbor there. It's got to be based on, like, their vision or something. Oh, this might have been a night where I died due to not having a sniper tower because I had no way to deal with these siege towers. I think they can just spawn places that are really, really bad for me. Let's see, we might be okay if this thing finishes them off before it kills me. Seems like awful to build this into a tank tower, but I might need to for the final night just to like draw some of the boss's fire at the end. Okay, so we can kill these spiders. Let me think about how I'm going to do this. Aim for your castle center. Birds attacking your units. Let me try to just do the archer's spire plus the sniper. I feel like the range is more important than the big hits from the ballista. That might just barely be in range of the boss. I guess there's a way to know. The boss just barely clips this tower, so I think that one was actually a mistake. I don't think that can reach that tower. Yeah, not even close. Okay. I'll try to not do that next time, I guess. Oh, fuck, I forgot to... God damn it. Well, I guess we're not getting the third blacksmith upgrade. How many days does the last upgrade take? I feel like that's important enough that it should, like, say, are you sure? Oh, okay, so if I still have time to do one more. I mean, night of the 9th, night of the 10th, night of the 11th, and then we're fine. So it's 4 nights. Right, if I place it now, you're saying it's not... It's always n+1, it's not 3, it's 4. No, so it will work. Okay, we confirm that this as a defense tower worked. Doesn't run it over. I actually don't think I want the sniper tower here. I think the extra range is irrelevant for the boss. I think I want this to be a castle tower and then maybe a ballista. Nope, no worries. So I need to have the first blacksmith up by night 4 to be safe in case I have to start this one over again. Yeah, this should also just be a regular archer tower. Okay, lesson learned. Okay. The big castle thing becomes targetable almost instantly when it spawns. And this can probably be... I was going to make it a tank tower. I think we want a tank tower over here just to draw some fire from the boss at the end. I'm really underwhelmed with a third upgrade on the tank tower. I think the fire spire is fine. I guess the 250 health is why you do it, huh? So it can draw fire for longer. Okay. Make sure these spiders are dead, I guess. Okay. 11 of 13. So am I not going to be done tonight and then ready for night 12? That's what I don't understand, whether it's n+1 or n for the number of days to research. Like, does it include the day that you construct it, or not? All right, so now we need to build with concern for can it reach the boss at the end. I think this is... I'm going to wait to do this until the final night, but I have to turn it into a tank tower, I think, to draw the boss's fire when it gets close. That will be able to hit the boss. I think I have to make this a sniper to hit the boss. Same for this guy. Build towers over here, it's just to deal with the things spawning right now, which probably should deal with the things spawning now so they don't destroy my blacksmith, but... I guess I can try to pull their aggro so that these towers can kill them. It first ticks on the next build phase. You pay for the upgrade on day 1. Day 2, it ticks to 1 out of 3. Okay. The night you build it, you get nothing. So now I have max damage, presumably. Got 2 more knights. I do need to reinforce the walls at some point. I need to build all the towers that have the capability of hitting the boss at the end. Yeah, that's good. Let's get the wall builds out of the way, I guess. I think this might just barely be out of range of the boss tower at the end, which is annoying. This should be in range of it, though. These towers are like right out of range of the siege towers. Final wall upgrades. It's our last night. A lot of little towers I have to build up here, so I'm hoping this one can function so it holds some aggro when it first gets here. Don't think this one can possibly reach. No, it can only cover the tower itself, but that's not super helpful here. I don't think this one can reach even with sniper range. Let's see. It might just barely be able to touch it. Okay, and I probably should have built this because I probably could have reached it, but only so much money to go around. Let's see how this goes, I guess. Yeah, that thing does not get in range of this tower as quickly as I hoped it would. Tough for me to evaluate. I guess the sniper is what causes it to target the highest health unit. So I think the fact that it's not targeting the highest health unit is causing me trouble now. Like, force this thing to hit this tank tower that I built for exactly this purpose. There it goes. I like the ads are really the issue now. I don't know if there's a limit to the number of ads that will spawn. Closer than I would have liked. No mutators. Blood Wand. Sacrifice your health to damage enemy. No kidding. Oh, I should take this all the time. Two free towers far from your castle center? I don't know if I want that. I don't know if that's worth it. Seems pretty shitty. Okay, underwhelming. Yeah. So is this like the main game final level, essentially? I like what I currently have. Fortified houses is probably the weakest of the ones I have selected right now. Like, it's good. It's really good early on, but it really drops off on the back end. I just don't think there's anything else I can take that's... I think that if Outpost was instead, you get 2 free towers near your base, that would be what I would take instead. To get early defense, so I can focus the beginning of the game on economy. The houses aren't centralized on this level. Okay. Yeah. There's been a couple levels where the house perk has been, like, crazy busted. I could try to do faster research. It is quite a lot of damage. Try it. I'll start doing mutators again once I'm not having to take multiple attempts just to beat a level without mutators. Okay. Where are the houses? Where's the blacksmith? Upgrades for my character. No, thank you. Those aren't going to fire anything, so... What is this? Snail? Explodes on death. Seems bad. Guess I can see if I can handle those with a single tower. towers. I'll do another house. They damage each other. That's cool. Is one boosted tower enough to deal with slugs? They seem pretty slow, so maybe I can try to micro them a little bit. Okay. Now, what are my money options on night 2? Houses still... Don't think there's any, like, fish... Oh, you fucking kidding me? You gonna make me deal with this early? What do we got here? These humanoid warriors are a nightmare to fight against. And a siege tower. Cool. Okay, well, I have to defend my blacksmith. And that's where all the enemies are coming from. So my only other economy buildings, I've got gold mines and houses, and that's it. Let's do the gimme gold mines, I guess. I think the houses actually, I don't think that the house perk is that bad if I end up not liking the research one. So there's enough house density around the base that I could use them for their arrows. Especially if I'm getting the ranged attack buff for my other perk, but we'll see. True, instead of 6. Hi again, Bucky. How you doing? And get the tier 3 main building upgrade next. Guys are all coming from all the way down here. Oh yeah, farms. Good call. Whoops. I think I got the one that gives me more money. Actually, I think it's a mistake. I think I need to upgrade my central tower to have a better chance of defending here. Yeah, whoops. God, I wish it would let me redo economy. I think it's ridiculous that it doesn't. Yeah, it's just... This counts as having restarted the day. I guess I can just not think about that. Try not to think about it. Let's see where they're coming from tomorrow, I guess. I really just like the no restarts bonus. I think I understand why it exists, but reminds me there's a similar mechanic in Enter the Gungeon that gives you a reward for beating a boss without ever taking a hit. And it like almost exclusively feels bad instead of feels good, right? It feels like you're getting punished most of the time because the reward is too good to not get, right? And it doesn't feel like it's rewarding, like it's rewarding incredibly careful play, I guess, instead of smart play. Careful and smart play, but like you can still be smart if you like go to build your building and you go, oh, I did that wrong, let me quickly fix that, right? Like I feel like that counts as smart. It's kind of asking you to like abstractly blueprint out your level before you commit to build anything is what it's rewarding you for having done. This is like night 3? What the fuck? I just don't think what it's actually rewarding is useful. I guess what they want to avoid letting you get away with just like attempting a level over and over until you micro it successfully. I think that that's a reasonable thing to try to do because the game isn't about successful micro primarily. It's about macro and building your towers smartly and what have you, but I really want to get my tier 3 castle, but I keep needing to like adjust my defenses. I have some more houses I can build. Okay. I think that one farm that's in the northwest corner, when I have to restart this level because I fail, I'll build that farm much earlier because it seems mostly safe after the second wave. And there's way more spiders than I thought there were. Barely avoided that house getting destroyed. Yeah. Already built a lot of level 2 buildings, annoyingly. I can't do the 11 coster here. It's this corner I gotta deal with, isn't it? Which means my blacksmith is likely to get fucked up here. Wow, yeah, it sucks to try to defend this corner, huh? I guess I could make the exploding farm, but that seems like a waste. I wish I had like 2 more coins. Just accept that my blacksmith's probably going to get destroyed here. I don't even know why I bothered trying to defend it. This level sucks. I don't enjoy it. Get 1 tier 3 building here. Probably just do this guy to deal with these 100 flame snails. Okay. Where are we? 6 of 15. Let's just do that for now so I can get another tier 3 turret upgrade. I can get away with some kiting here. Yeah, I think you should just be able to freely. I think you can. Their borderline should just be a button that just says undo, and you can just undo all the way back to the beginning of the night over and over as much as you like. That's probably my biggest request for a change, because I think it makes sense to just run around the map and start building stuff, and then while you're building stuff, go, oh wait, I see that this is true now, and now I don't have enough money to afford this, right? You could do that without allowing infinite retries of the actual waves themselves. I think there are very few game mechanics where I think you can implement something for almost no cost. I think almost every change to a game incurs some kind of hidden trade-off. But I do think that any time an undo action is possible and doing so would not cause the player to gain new information of any kind, it's almost always correct to just let the player undo. I think I fucked up my house economy here. My upgrade that auto develops them every night. Should have done that instead of the farm. Whatever, it's fine. Mm-hmm. The concern is that some of these will be able to attack my turrets with impunity from outside the range. There's no additional penalty for repeated resets either, right? It's just once you've reset once, now you can reset as much as you like without further penalty. It is skill expression and meticulously observe and plan everything in my head before starting to build. Yeah, but it's like, is that, I guess, is there really a significant, like, gap between the player who, because there's, like, two players that are almost doing exactly the same thing. One of them is visiting all of the nodes and going, I could build that, and then they're, like, mentally doing the math, like, if I did build that, then I would have 47 coins, right? And then they're like, maybe they get out a piece of paper and they're writing down, okay, I built this tower here, and now here's my coins left, and they write all of that stuff down, right? It just seems like a lot of cognitive load that isn't actually testing anything. It's just testing, can you do all this mental math and memorize all this stuff, right? Like, you can make a game that's about doing mental math and memorization, but I don't think that that's what the core loop of this game is, which is why I think that would be basically zero cost. Bloodwing chases your troops across the map. Another thing that comes after, oh, destroy your economic buildings. Okay. No me gusta. All my houses built by now. I'm gonna have to defend up here. That's gonna be annoying. Yeah, any enemies spawning from here suck really bad because I have like a maximum of one tower that can defend it. Maybe the sniper tower can just barely reach them, this guy. That's my opinion anyway. Probably want another tower here so these guys don't get to my economic buildings. So, can this turret be attacked before the wall is destroyed if it's literally on the wall like that? I assume the answer is yes. Yeah, I would agree with that. Alright, let me try to defend my blacksmith, because I'd like to get this additional 20% upgrade before the night concludes. Probably going to lose my farm. I think this tower booster is one of the strongest abilities in the entire game. Just in terms of how much swing it can be responsible for single-handedly. Where are we now? Night 9 of 15. Shit, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, okay, now it... So, this building is irrelevant now, right? Like, if the blacksmith gets destroyed, I still have all of the upgrades and everything. It's served its purpose, essentially. So the farm is definitely going to get destroyed, and there's basically nothing I can do about that. Yeah, some of the, like, choices of where they allow you to build buildings in these levels are interesting, because it's like, yeah, if you build that farm, it's, like, pretty much guaranteed to get destroyed on at least a couple nights. Too bad. And then you had the previous level where you had the harbor that it's like I think that harbor is impossible to be attacked because were it to be attacked, you would already have game over because they already would have destroyed your castle center. Um, yeah, so the blacksmith, once the research is done, is meaningless. You see. The other things I can research things for my character. Is there a third research thing that the research progress upgrade affects? Those wall upgrades are expensive. I probably need to build all of them by the time the level's over, but... Okay. It's a lot of melee units. No ballista strats stay winning. So far, I'm still convinced of my assumption that the ballista is kind of bad, except on that last level where the boss has so much health. And like every single shot is going to do its full damage. Although it was still kind of annoying to see them hitting the ads, but I guess that was because I didn't also make them snipers in the last attempt. Yeah, I guess I am neglecting a lot of economic buildings, but they're economic buildings that are frequently unsafe. I guess that's just the name of the game. Sometimes you have to deal with that being the case. See if there's any other freebie econ. Because the idea with these gold mines is that they're really valuable when you first build them, but they become increasingly less valuable over time. They're like the opposite of a harbor, right? We're gonna do that now. It's probably the time. Shit. I would really have liked that to be upgraded. Oh well. Don't really need to save money between rounds. It doesn't do me any good. Guess I could spawn some monsters here just to get some money. I think those guys will be able to handle them. The wall that I have there, nothing else coming from this direction. As long as they don't destroy my mine there. Ghost Rush Towers. Okay. See where the other summon locations are. This might be the only summons on the map in this corner. Okay. Oh, this is completely fine. I don't even think the anything to worry about in the slightest. I figured 3 towers was going to be more than enough to cover them. They're fucking up my towers right now, sadly. Since night 11. I've heard it, yeah. Good looking out. Good call. I probably hear good call more often, but... Oh. This is a level where the timber, the cost reduction for building individual towers probably pays off. You can probably just calculate exactly how much money it's effectively worth for building every tower on the map. Hey, thanks, Doombob. Appreciate that. How have you been? Probably gonna destroy my gold mine. Go build a gold mine that's down here. Maybe these farms just for a little bit more money. A little late for economy buildings, but given they take no risk this round. Yeah. There's 24 or 25 towers on this level. I really should have just taken this stupid mutator for reducing my personal damage, but it's fine. Alright, well this is all dead as usual. Nothing really to be done for it. $12 of 15. Yeah, I don't know if I like that faster research one. I mean, I guess it has knock-on effects for doing more damage earlier in the night, but it's already balanced so that you can get all the research done by the end anyway. I guess it's nice that I don't have to worry about these waves where it's getting kind of force paused, but... Right, well, I have another night where the farms are completely safe, so... Let's try to squeeze out a little bit more money so our final waves can build literally everything. Oh. Maybe get a couple snipers. That's probably worth it. I want to build stuff that's going to help me right now. This is a sniper. It could help me right now. Yeah, I could see that. It's just interesting that there's such a, like, fucking gigantic quality gulf between all of the perks in the game. Some of the perks are, like a mistake to take them. Like, there's barely any difference at all. And some of them are, like, crazy gameplay warping transformative. I think this would be a cool game to try to balance with metrics, so to, like, just, like, gather a lot of data on win rates with different perks and just, like, keep buffing the bad perks slightly. Just add one to them over and over until they actually become competitive and then nerf them by one, right? These guys are about to get excited. I didn't know they had another tier already, huh? I'm a little late for that. Maybe if they're not getting attacked next round, it'll be good. Go ahead and build this. I think the turrets in the center being sniper towers makes sense, just so they can contribute more to other... Contribute before you're at risk of gaming over, essentially. I'll build one ballistic spire, but it's under duress. I don't want to. I don't like them. I meant to do a sniper with that. That was a misclick. Yeah, I heard there's this, like, a thing now, right? Where, like, an indie dev can make a game like this, and then there's like a couple other devs who specialize in maintaining and patching games. I've played like 3 other games where they've said that that's happened. I think it happened with Brotato as well. It's kind of interesting. I don't mind that existing, because I'm guessing that, like, the skill set to maintain a game in perpetuity is much different from the skill set to make the game in the first place. And that a lot of these devs are probably excited about starting up their next project and don't want to just, like, do Thronefall updates until the end of time. I just hope no one's getting exploited in that equation, but... It's a lot of damage. Yikes. Probably could have built some ogres or something this round. Yeah. Yeah, my hope is that that's just kind of like a natural service for other devs to want to specialize in and provide, and that there's not some kind of nefarious shit going on with that. Being attacked by assholes from every direction. Yeah, exactly. Like, I shouldn't. Like, it's one of those things where you think about it and you're like, well, that seems like that's a legit service. That doesn't seem like that's, like, purely extractive. Like, those do seem like different skill sets. I could see actually being a developer who's interested in other people's games and interested in going in and trying to adjust other people's games and, like, respond to an active community or whatever, and that being a fully distinct skill set, an enjoyment loop, but reminds me of, like, you know, you'll have like a popular indie convention will spin up, and like Reed Pop, which is the big corporate convention circuit, will show up and start whispering in their ear like, hey, let us manage this for you, right? And they're fine at managing conventions. It just flattens every convention into the same thing. That's what happened to PAX after Robert Koo left, and Tycho was just like, I cannot do this. Like, I'm a writer. I can't manage 4 conventions. Please, somebody take over this for me. And PAX kind of sucks now. It's fine, I guess. It's just used to be really, really great. I think I've upgraded all my towers. Shit, do I have a thing to sink money on? I guess I can build this wall. Get a powerful hero unit to support me in battle. I guess I could build units and then not really use them. I got money to dump. I can see what this stuff does, although it takes too long to research, yeah. Ranged units. Making sure I'm not missing any other builds. I guess I could build the shrines, but I don't think that they'll power up in time. Can the shrines be destroyed? I guess the income part is nice. I might take that thing back that auto builds the shrines. It was kind of underwhelming, but I think it's underwhelming depending on the level in which you get it. Oh, there's some walls here. Okay. Get those built. Shrines are immortal. Okay. Mm-hmm. At least seems like a better level for it. I guess you could even, like, try to use it to kill these guys. Yeah, I'm guessing shrines are significantly better if you have a more micro-oriented setup where you're, like, using your units to tactically kill stuff in a helpful spot, which I haven't really been doing. Oh, that's smart. Farms seem like they can potentially make you a lot of money in this stage if you're smart about when and where you build them. I guess it requires some foreknowledge of where the waves are going to come from, because anytime the waves come from the direction of the farm is basically toast. I guess maybe they just calculated that into the expected income for this stage. Okay, so I think literally everything is built except, well, we need a couple more shrines, but it's not going to be a big difference. A little bit of damage is something for the computer to get harassed by. Can see what the hero units are all about. Golem. Yeah, okay, I like fast archer. So the hero trainer, it's just going to make this one unit stronger, right? That's all that's saying. Like this, the hero's quarter doesn't require multiple knights for it to be any good. Okay. Not that. I feel like I could be convinced to get hero units because it's less thinking in terms of the micro associated with them. 19. Fuck you, game. Why you gotta be that way? The ice rain's not that bad. Just the shrines doesn't really cost me anything because I don't need the gold. First of all, how dare you? I think it's like, I have a friend who says it, and they said it because they're like mutating a quote from The Office. Second of all, what gives you the right? Very funny, though. Okay, I think that's everything. Whoa. Freaky looking. Three health bubbles. Oh, it's an enemy king. That's cool. Like riding like a dreadnought. I always love that in video games when your final boss has some of your powers. Just ignores my walls, that's cool. It has different phases, it looks like. And then comes and attacks from different sides, okay. I haven't used allied units. I press X to call them to my side. There we go. I have to wait for some of them to respawn because they died, I guess. Southeast now? That's pretty cool. I like that. I think a lot of the other levels, unfortunately, kind of incentivize you to focus on one side for the boss. So it's nice to feel like you need everything for this level. Cat's here. You might unplug my capture card. Apologies in advance. Oh, that is fucked up, yeah. back to the southwest, except now I have significantly fewer defenses, I guess. Yeah, this seems pretty crazy with mutators. Fuck you, any tower that's not the fast tower. Machine gun towers. Oh, and we got us left to fight the enemy king. That's cool. Wasn't expecting that. He tries to kill my towers, it looks like. He doesn't just rush my base. He eventually starts to run towards my base. Fuck, that's not good. I might lose at the very end here. Can't seem to be able to pull his aggro. The phase of the fight that really requires you to have NPC allies, possibly. Shit, I'm really trying to keep him off my castle here, and it's kind of working briefly. Maybe he intentionally, like, makes it seem like he's about to destroy it and then leaves to go fuck up your other buildings. Come on, dude. So close. Crazy. Those arrival seems pretty bad. Seems pretty bad. Seems okay. Sweet. Okay, future Marstead. So I guess we've got missions to do down here. Is that what these are? Are these bonus modes? Or is that technically the final level? I guess I really like Thronefall. I think it's a really cool game. I like the way that it allowed me to get away with doing it my own playstyle and not hard requiring me to do stuff, but still heavily encouraging it in different levels. I'd love to see Thronefall 2. This is another game where it's like, it's almost all the way there for me, but there's enough little minor quibbles that I have that I'd love to see what they could do if they could just start over from scratch and build the game knowing the things that they thought worked and didn't work. There are a couple of mechanics where it feels like there's like an iteration sickness problem where they designed it one way and then that was problematic, so then they changed it, but then the change was also problematic, right? I think the one we talked about was the turrets targeting the lowest health enemy or the highest health enemy or something like that. Like originally, the big ballista towers always targeted the highest health enemy, and they had to stop doing that because otherwise you could just get wrecked, right? And then that change seems like it kind of changed the tower balance maybe for the worse after that. But it's a cool game. I enjoyed it. Really, thank you for sharing it. It's much easier for my brain chemistry than like the RTSs that it owes a lot of its legacy to. And it's cool to see RTSs break up into these cooler, more focused games instead of having a million mechanics that don't really work for me when they're all together at once.